Hi, today we are going to do our last lesson for integers, and we're going to be talking about order of operations. So I know you guys have probably all heard that over and over again. We're just going to review it just to be sure. So go ahead and open up your pre-algebra notes packet. Beginning where we left off last time at square and square roots. We finished that page, so you're going to want to flip to the next page and copy down these notes for order of operations. So again, just a little refresher. I know you guys all know this. In case you forgot, the order of operations tells us the order to solve expressions with multiple steps. So you may have heard it a couple different ways. Probably PEMDAS is probably one of them maybe, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Those seem to be the two most popular. So PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, you always want to do the parentheses first. Once you do the parentheses, or if there are no parentheses, you move on to the exponents. After the exponents, you can do the multiplying or the dividing. And then after you do the multiplying and dividing, you can do the adding and the subtracting. So that's the order of operations. That's the order we want to work in. And multiplying and dividing are kind of on the same. You don't have to multiply first and then divide. They're kind of on the same length. So the M and D are like on the same line, and then the adding and subtracting are on the same line. Let's do an example. Say we have 2 times 5 plus 3 minus 1. Well, I'm going to go through PEMDAS, and I have parentheses. So I'm going to do the parentheses first. So 5 plus 3 is 8, and then I'm just going to bring down the rest. So I have my 2. That instead of multiplying it by 5 plus 3, I'm going to multiply that by 8 and subtract 1. So now that we have 2 times 8 minus 1, the next step after parentheses, there were no exponents, is then doing multiplying and dividing. So we're going to multiply. And when we multiply 2 times 8, we get 16. Minus 1 is what we're left with. So then we are going to do our subtraction. And 16 minus 1 gives us our answer, which is 15. Let's do another example. So say we have 3 times 5 plus 2 to the second power. So we're going to look, and we're going to go through, are there any parentheses? No parentheses. Are there any exponents? Yes, there are exponents. So we need to do our exponents first. 2 to the second power, 2 times 2 is 4. Going to bring down the rest. We have 3 times 5 plus, instead of 2 to the second power, we simplified that, and that is 4. So we have 3 times 5 plus 4. So next, we're going to do multiplying and dividing. There's the multiplying. So we are going to multiply 3 times 5, which is 15. We'll bring down our positive 4. Now we're left with 15 plus 4. So our last step would be to add. And 15 plus 4 is 19. Okay, so today you're going to be practicing your order of operations. Go ahead and open up your Pre-Algebra A workbook. I'll do a couple of problems with you. Our assignment today is the one that says order of operations. Okay, so here's the workbook. Open up to order of operations. So we'll be thinking PEMDAS or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. You also have your notes, so make sure to keep those out and use them because that's what they're for. Number 1, we have 9 minus parentheses 8 minus 5. So we need to do parentheses first. That's our P. So if we look at our parentheses, 8 minus 5, that is 3. We bring down everything else. We have 9 minus 3, which is 6. Number 2, we have 25 divided by 7 minus 2. So first, we need to simplify the 7 minus 2, which is 7 minus 2 is 5. And we have 25, so now 25 divided by 5. We divide 25 into groups of 5. There will be 5 in each group because 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and complete this assignment today.